All right, if we were placing bets and you seen a guy who was going to fly his whoop into a hospital, an abandoned hospital, do you think he's going to have any problems, or do you think it's going to go without a hitch? I don't know. Place your bets. But yeah, this was another spot that was down the road from where I lived in West Virginia, just kind of like an old hospital, and I'd seen it on a drive. Like I didn't, I think I seen it from the highway. So here I am. I'm poking in. I'm just like, this was like one of the only open windows at this hospital that I could kind of like get in front. I could kind of place myself in front of to increase the antenna bandwidth. But I'm going into this hallway and getting sketchy. So I'm like getting sketched out. Like I don't want to push it because I don't know how to get in there. I did see, like, when I first drove up to this place, that there was already some busted out windows at the at like chest height. So I think people have been in here, and there was a way that I could go and retrieve a whoop if it crashed in here. But I mean, not a kind of place that you want to just like have to go into, and then I don't know, you see somebody, you see people who are living in there, and you have to kind of talk to them, and not the best. So this was risky. Like I was like shaking doing. I mean, I wasn't shaking because you can see I'm in control of the aircraft. But no, like my heart was pounding, and that was enough for me. I was just like, all right, I got to see into that little room, and just see the urban decay, man. I just got to see the liminal. Well, again, it's not a liminal space. I'm not going to get into that right now, but that was enough for me. And the outside of this building is so cool too. Like just exploring the outside and doing tricks around this building, like that's a satisfying rip right there. But no, I had to go and push it and try to get into these rooms because I've got a problem. I've got a dopamine problem. I'm not gonna lie, and this is what I did about it. So here's another room I'm going into. Sketchers right off the bat, and like this, like I've probably broken line of sight here. But again, it's the Sky Zones with the rapid fire module and the long range antenna and the patch antenna, and it's like I know at a certain point if I'm being blocked by walls or windows, like it doesn't matter because again, comparing it to volume, it's like I almost fell in the trash can right there. By the way, that would have been it. Like I would have just like gone home. But comparing it to volume, it's like if I was blasting music from my car, would the drone be able to hear it in this room in the hospital? Well, yeah, if the window was open, it would be able to kind of slightly hear it, so it can kind of connect with the video. But if I go, if I just turn the corner, then I can't hear it because there's another wall, and you wouldn't hear music if you were, down the hallway, even if there was an open window. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, I was also down here, so I wasn't, oh man, crashed right there. Okay, when I crash and I see fabric, that is like a bad sign. Like that's like you're not going to be able to get out. Like you feel like it's so easy to get stuck in like a little crease in fabric and you can't get out. And I've had flights where I had issues where I had to go retrieve it. It's a whole other story. But this one's not about that. This is not about fabric. This story is about thrill seeking and wanting to go into an abandoned hospital and fly around. But I think what I was saying is that I'm obviously down on ground level, so going up to these second or third floor rooms where the window's open, it's like that's a little tiny window of reception that I get. And I was on the other side of the building, so now look what I'm doing. Now I'm going to the complete other side of the building, and here's another open window. This is where it gets fucking sketchy, guys. Like this is where common sense should have come into play, and it just didn't. Like I was fully being blocked by multiple walls. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go in, do a look around, boom, immediately lose signal, immediately crash. Bro, if you fly drones, you know what's going on in my chest right now. Like that I'm like, no, no, no. Like I'm literally there. Like for a sec, I'm there and I'm throttling up and I'm trying to like crash flip, because sometimes crash flipping will like reset the video. I don't know if that's true, but I was trying to just get a signal, and I was like, man, it's done. Like you are done. And I was just about ready to call it a loss. Like clearly I'm not going to walk into this sketchy West Virginia abandoned hospital with no self-defense. So I decided, why don't you just drive over there? And then when I got the signal back like this, I was like, dude, you were. And then I seen that I was upright and I wasn't in something. I wasn't between those boxes. Luckily, like this is an amazing recovery right here. And all I had to do was get in my car and drive it to this side of the hospital where it was a little bit closer, because I was blasting RF volume from my car, and then it heard it in this room. And look, I was going into that back room. I guess I hadn't learned my lesson, but it's time to come home and see. Look, now I moved my car over there. It was just like that. That felt like this little like microcosm moment of just like devastation and then like victory. Like I had experienced like this adventure movie in this flight. And it's dumb, right? It's like I didn't even turn off the car. I was sitting there. I don't even think it was in park. I think I still had it in drive and I had my foot on the pedal. But it's just this kind of meaningless like adventure that I went on that really has no impact on people that live here. I mean, it's just like to me it felt so high stakes. But when I think about it, it's actually just like flying around a little plastic toy helicopter, and the stakes are super low, but it feels super high. And like that's what flying drones is fun for in ways. But yeah,